Meghan Markle and the royal household are part of two different worlds whose differences made it an impossible task for them to work together, a bombshell book has claimed. Royal correspondent Valentine Low reported a palace source claiming that no matter which private secretaries were advising the late Queen and other members of the firm, there was a too wide gap between Meghan and the firm to be bridged. As reported in Courtiers, the hidden power behind the crown, the source claimed, "I think that it was an impossible task. I think in Meghan and the household, you had two worlds that had no experience of each other, had no way to relate to each other, had no way to comprehend each other. And Meghan was never going to fit in that model, and that model was never going to tolerate the Meghan who Meghan wanted to be. So I think that it was inevitable that they would not be able to work together." The source, described as one who had been critical of the late monarch's private secretary Sir Edward Young, added, "I don't think there's anything Edward could have done about that other members of the royal family would have accepted." Sir Edward is believed to be one of the people Prince Harry referred to when, in an interview with US broadcaster Hoda Kotb in April, said, "The Queen has always got a great sense of humor with me, and I'm just making sure she's protected and has got the right people around her." In the book, Mr. Low also detailed the role played by royal aides in the negotiations held in January 2020 regarding the Duke and Duchess of Sussex exit terms from the firm as its full-time working members. The royal correspondent claimed that days after Meghan and Harry announced their intention to step back from their senior roles within the firm, a move quickly dubbed as Megxit, the private secretaries of the Queen Elizabeth II, King Charles, Prince William and Prince Harry all came together to find a workable solution. The author claimed the aides worked through 5 different scenarios, giving Meghan and Harry a different degree of freedom from the firm's obligations. However, in the end it was Queen Elizabeth II who reportedly decided the deal would be off the table unless Meghan and Harry agreed on still abiding by the restrictions applied to working members of the firm. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex had highlighted in their statement dated January 8, 2020 their intention to live between the UK and North America and become financially independent to ditch the sovereign grant, a move they hoped would diminish the level of public scrutiny in their lives, while at the same time continue to serving the Crown and the late Queen through royal visits and duties. Following a meeting that became known as the Sandringham Summit in mid-January 2020, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex agreed to harsh exit terms, which saw them being taken away the rights to carry out royal engagements and use their HRH styles in an official capacity, as well as relinquishing their military and royal patronages. In turn, they gained the freedom to move abroad and start working on for-profit projects, such as Meghan's podcast series with Spotify, and support causes such as racial justice and voting rights in the US not normally championed by firm members. Meghan and Harry relocated to California in late March, days before they were officially stepping down as working royals. They have since launched their organization, Archewell, which includes a non-profit foundation and 2 production powerhouses focused on creating audio and video content. The Sussexes have also tied links with already existing companies, as they signed together multi-year deals with streaming giants Spotify and Netflix, joined a fintech asset manager organization called Ethic as its impact partners and investors, and both signed deals to write a book. While Meghan released her children's story The Bench in June 2021, the Duke is expected to publish his memoir later this year, albeit there have been reports claiming the release could be pushed back to 2023. Courtiers The Hidden Power Behind the Crown by Valentine Low was published on October 6 by Headline.